Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see, and I'm actually doing this video right from the village. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to talk about something which took place yesterday. The move by Azimio to pull out of the bipartisan talks with Kenya Kwanza. What informed the move by Azimio to pull out of the talks? According to Edwin Sifuna, who made the announcement, they pulled out because of 4 reasons. And I've gone through those reasons. And for me, those reasons cannot be enough for them to pull out of the talks. There is some hidden reasons why they pulled out, and those hidden reasons are what I want us to look at. Let me begin by going through what Edwin Sifuna posted yesterday. This is what he said. We have had to suspend the bipartisan dialogue after we could not persuade our friends from Kenya Kwanza to concede to some common sense interim measures, namely, number 1, lowering the cost of unga. The truth of the matter is that there is no way Kenya Kwanza will lower the cost of unga. Kenya Kwanza is a government which was formed on the basis of lies. They lied to the people that they were going to reduce it to 150. There is no way unga can go below 150 as long as there was increase on the cost of fuel. And again, considering the fact that in the next few days or weeks, they are going to pass that finance bill. That finance bill is going to make the cost even higher. And that's why they cannot commit to lowering the cost of unga. They are also talking of number 2, preservation of the election servers. If there is one thing which William Ruto is not willing and will not attempt to go to, is the issue of the server. Because assuming the server were to be open today, it's going to open Pandora box. And there is no way, if you ask me, William Ruto is going to allow that to happen. Because what next, assuming the servers are open, and it's proven that Raila Odinga actually won the election, what next? So he's not going to allow that. And even the truth is, if that server were to be open, even if Ruto won, there were going to be some elements of rigging. Those elements of rigging can lead to serious chaos in the country. So it's not going to allow that. And number 3 is also talking of suspension of the IBC reconstitution. On this, I thought that Kenya Kwanza were honest on this, that they were going to allow IBC to be reconstituted. Because if you've been following these talks, that's the only issue they actually considered on the first day. But William Ruto would not want that. He would want to take control of the next election. And number 4, they are saying that for them to leave Jubilee alone. Of course, on this, I think this could have informed part of the move. Let's agree that Azimio listed 4 demands to Kenya Kwanza. One of them was cost of unga. Second one was on the servers. Number 3 was on the IBC reconstitution. Number 4 was on the political parties' interference. In this case, they are talking of Jubilee. There are attempts by William Ruto and his government to take control of Jubilee Party. In fact, they have influenced the office of the Registrar of Political Parties, who actually expelled Jeremiah Kioni and expelled David Murade, who are close associates of Uhuru Kenyatta. Technically, if that were to stay, it would have meant that Ruto would have succeeded in kicking out Uhuru Kenyatta. So they are saying because of that, they are pulling out. But I know that could be the reason. And then Sifuna is also concluding that these are necessary, in our view, in order to safeguard the outcome of the talks. We hope sense shall prevail. So actually, they gave the talks some 7 days, so that within those 7 days, probably something or light is going to be seen at the end of the tunnel. But I want us to look at the hidden reasons why the talks collapsed. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let us dive in straight to the issue. What do you think really informed they move by Azimio to pull out of the talks. Number one, Azimio are realizing a bit late that Kenya Kwanza are not committed to the talks. In fact, from the onset, we stated severally that Azimio were not, Kenya Kwanza were never interested in these talks. What they were interested in was to please the the international community. They bowed to the pressure from the church, and again they wanted to rule without any problems, because the demonstrations which Azimio had started had actually gained serious traction. So they wanted to cool them down. And by agreeing to these talks without any commitment, they have succeeded in lowering the momentum. I want to just assume that if the demonstrations were still ongoing, how would be the situation in the country today? Right now, the cost of living is just so high. I know most of Azimio supporters are willing. If you read Edwin Sifuna's post here, the comment there will shock you that majority of Kenyans are actually willing to go back to the streets. But Kenya Kwanza lacks that commitment, and this is what they are now saying, because my sources are telling me that Kenya Kwanza are only talking of Raila Odinga retiring, Uhuru Kenyatta exiting political scene. Those are the demands they are putting. They want Raila Odinga to accept that Ruto won before the talks. So it tells you that for them, they are not interested in these talks. And that is what Azimio and the team are now realizing, unlike what they believed previously. So that's number one. Number two, Azimio team have also realized a bit late that Raila Odinga actually blundered by calling off the demos. You know, before the demos were called off, the last demonstrations almost turned bloody. There were attempts to eliminate Raila Amolo Odinga. And when they called that last mandamano, which was called off, Raila Odinga had committed to go, even if they were going to eliminate him. And on the other hand, Rigathi Gachagua was also very sure that he was going to deal with Raila Odinga once and for all. Then the international community came in, the church came in, and Raila Odinga bowed to that pressure. In fact, if you ask me, Raila Odinga did not even agreed within Azimio. They did not agree on the way forward. Raila Odinga just made the announcement, informed these guys that they have agreed to suspend the demonstrations. So they are realizing a bit late that by suspending that demonstrations without getting serious commitment from Kenya Kwanza, they have blundered. Because what that has done is that it has slowed down the momentum. You know, sometimes when, I don't know, those who are athletes, personally, most of you don't know, I used to be a very good 10,000 kilometers marathoner. You know, I used to be very good at that. When you are running, it reaches a point where now you just go. The moment you slow down, that's the moment you are done. These guys wanted to slow down the mandamanos. They've succeeded. And that's why Rigathi Gachagua would then go to their voters and tell them, okay, we managed to stop Raila Odinga. These guys now have nothing to do. So it was a blunder, something they have realized. The other reason why they've suspended this is because of Jubilee politics. Let's face it. And I'll repeat this 20 times. Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta will regret two political mistakes which both of them committed. Number one, Raila Odinga will regret the day he decided to call off the mandamano without proper commitment. So that's the first thing. Then for Uhuru Kenyatta, he will regret the way he handled his succession politics. Uhuru Kenyatta had the powers. There was nothing which was going to stop Uhuru Kenyatta from ensuring that Raila Odinga became the president of the Republic of Kenya. But he allowed his allies to joke with his succession politics. Rigathi Gachagua and the rest were clear from the onset that they were going to deal with Uhuru Kenyatta. Right now, Uhuru Kenyatta is being humiliated. He's now a laughing stock because of the mistakes he committed. Jubilee as a political party is a vehicle which Uhuru Kenyatta needed badly. If I were Uhuru Kenyatta, I would have even ensured that I don't campaign for Raila Odinga, but campaigned for Jubilee candidates, so that Uhuru would have several members of parliament from Jubilee party, from the mountain, his key allies, not just those who are shaking. Sadly for Uhuru Kenyatta, Jubilee did not win majority seats. I think how many members of parliament from Jubilee are from the mountain? The people giving him problems are the people who are actually defeated in their backyard. So for me, if you ask me, Jubilee politics is a done deal. Ruto is going to finish Uhuru Kenyatta. But if Uhuru Kenyatta is going to survive, then I can assure you, Uhuru Kenyatta is going to revenge William Ruto, and William Ruto is going to be in serious trouble. So Jubilee politics is actually the main reasons why Azimio decided to suspend the talks. And number 4 is 2022 politics. Let's face it, Ruto would want a situation where, after humiliating Uhuru Kenyatta, dealing with them like this, William Ruto would not want a situation where he's going to be subjected to any defeat. That's something he's not willing to do. Uhuru and Raila would also want a situation where they are going to find an opportunity to revenge. What will that mean? It will mean level playing field. What will level playing field mean? It would mean having a newly reconstituted commission which is impartial. It would mean having a free and fair election which can be verifiable, meaning servers will be open and the rest. It would also mean several other factors. That is something Ruto is not going to allow. The intention of Azimio in going into these talks was for some of these issues, especially the reconstitution of IBC and the servers, to be addressed. It's not going to, Ruto is not going to allow that for 2022. And Azimio team are also keen on 2027, and they are realizing that the mistakes they committed can only be addressed through this committee, and that's not going to happen. And lastly, if you ask me, and this could also be the main reason why Azimio have now decided to call off the talks, is because they've realized that they're wasting their time. That William Ruto's vision with this with this bipartisan talks is totally different from theirs. For theirs, they want to fix electoral issues. For Ruto, it's about 2027. He wants to mark time as he tries to fix things. I don't know what you think. Those are my thoughts, and let me know your thoughts on this matter. And so many people are asking me, are agreeing with me that Uhuru Kenyatta actually joked with the power. If you know, you also believe that Uhuru joked with the power, let me know. And importantly, let me know also where you are watching this particular video from. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.